guys were definitely brawling at times, throwing caution to win the first round. How close did you feel like you were to getting that rear naked choke in the first round?
And I thought I was going to get it, and I had that body lock, and my body lock is so solid. I get people in the body lock, and they never get out. And I knew the time was clicking down, so I was like, man, I really want to finish in the first round. I let go of my body lock, I was going to go for an arm bar. He spun on top, punched me really hard. I was like, dang, why did you do that, Brent? You dumbass. And good learning experience. Next time I get that body lock, it's on until the bell rings, until I choke him.
It seemed like you were a step ahead for most of the bout, but you definitely have a few scratches on your face. Were you ever stunned at any point? Were you ever fairly hurt?
He did wobble me, and I think I got dropped one time, but I was thinking the whole time, so I wasn't like out of it, But I felt like my right hand was finding a home, and I think I dropped him 2 or 3 times with that right hand. And man, it's crazy because he's a really good boxer. He has really good power. My strength in my mind is my jiu-jitsu and my wrestling and everything. And I said screw it, and I think I beat him at his own game, the boxing and everything. So I feel great.
We know Renfro missed weight, not by much, but he missed weight nonetheless. Was there an offer to maybe fight an alternate or to stick with Renfro, and how did that decision process go?
One of the guys was like, man, let me see if the alternate or you take 20%. In my mind, 20% sounds good, but it really wasn't that much. And then I was like, yeah, let's see what these alternates are all about. And me and my coaches went and looked at them, and then we went and talked to Ray Sefo, the man, and he's like, no, you're either going to take that 20% and fight him, or you're not going to fight at all. And I was like, okay, we're fighting. So here we are.
Despite that missing weight, how would you categorize Renfro as an opponent? Do you feel like it seemed like he brought his best self tonight? Do you feel like he was a game opponent?
Shit, yeah, he was a game opponent. He was very heavy and hard to take down, hard to kick. It's crazy because the last fight in Vegas, we were warming up in the same locker room, and we were talking, and he's a hell of a guy, man. Super good dude. I really respect him a lot. I actually messaged him after our last fight in Vegas. He's a cool guy, and I invited him to my hotel room tonight for some shots, and he's like, if I'm ever in Vegas, I can come train with him, and if he's ever in Portland, Oregon, he's more than welcome to come train with me, man. He's a good guy, God bless that dude.
Awesome, man. We spoke about your last fight. You said earlier this week that you executed the game plan to perfection. Would you say the same for this one?
Hell no.
No,
not at all. I think in the second round, I said, oh, screw my game plan, we're brawling. I started boxing him, and man, like I said, my right hand felt good on his head, and yeah, it was good.
2-0, 2 finishes, 2 submission victories. How would you describe your first PFL season so far in the playoffs?
It's going just as I planned, just as I wanted. I visualized this. I visualized me winning that $1 million for my family. I can't wait to call my kids and my wife. This is all for them and my coaches, man. I couldn't ask for a better team. I'm so blessed with his life. Yeah, man, let's go.
I know it's not your birthday this time, but how do you plan to celebrate this one?
Yeah, it's not my birthday, but I fight August 16th, so I have a few days to eat cake and ice cream, I feel. And I'm going to go eat a bunch of cake and ice cream and have a couple shots, hang out with my family. I got some family and friends that came here, and just going to enjoy this next couple days. But in my mind, man, I'm only halfway there, and so I'm going to go right to the books and start training on Monday and my coaches. And like I said, man, I'm only halfway there. I got a lot of work to do still.
You mentioned your family a lot in these interviews. What can you tell me about the sacrifices they've made, your coaches here, your teammates, and how much credit they deserve for this victory and for all the success you've had so far in your career?
Everything, man. If it wasn't for, first of all, Jesus Christ, I've had the craziest life, getting in fights, getting guns pulled in my head, being raided by the cops, going to jail, selling drugs, crazy stuff, And if it wasn't for God and my faith, my family, and my coaches, then how I would not be here and I'd be in a lot of trouble. So in my mind, my heart, I owe everything to all of them for sure.
I don't know about any of that stuff, man. We gotta do an interview one time. I want to hear about those stories.
Oh man, you have no idea, bro. I've literally kept my mouth shut about some things. Like, should I tell them? No, let's not tell them that, But yeah, for sure.
Last one, you come for that $1 million.
It's coming. I told myself this first $1 million is for my family. School and for my kids, Roth IRAs, whatever, That second $1 million next year, I'm gonna go buy an island or buy something cool, do something cool, But this $1 million is for my family for sure.
Thank you, man. Congrats.
Thank you.
Brent, you walked in here saying, Hollywood, Florida, here I come, $1 million, here I come. You just kind of mentioned it. you've been a world champion. If you go on and get that $1 million, it means you're also a PFL world champion. You mentioned your family all through this fight week. What message do you show just the world and to your kids getting a second belt and getting that $1 million?
Oh, everything, man. This is literally for my kids. They see me work so hard. They come to the gym with me sometimes 3 times a day to different gyms, and they see me bleeding and suffering and crying. They see the hard work, and that's what I want for my kids so much, is to see that if you work your butt off and you believe in yourself, you can do anything. And I came from a single mom who had nothing, who was broke, and had nothing, and now look at me right here. I'm about to win a freaking $1 million. And it's evidence to watch my kids watch me go through all this. And they know how hard I work. And one thing that kind of broke my heart is I never had a dad, never come to any of my soccer games, nothing. I remember looking at the sidelines and watching my friends' dads cheer them on, do things. And I told myself I'd never miss my kids' football games or soccer games. And I had to miss a bunch for this camp, and it broke my heart. It broke my heart. But it's sacrifice for them, and I know in the long run they'll be happy about all of this, and they'll see the hard work and what this sacrifice is all about, for sure.
I want to follow up on what you just said, because that's a proud dad moment, right? Obviously, you hate missing the games, but putting on a performance like you did today, you just show them so much about who you are and how they're going to be raised.
Hell yeah, man! I appreciate that, and yeah, this is all for them, man. I called them literally 2 minutes before I came out there and fought, and I talked to my little boy and my little girl, and even for my last fight, it was my birthday, and they sent me happy birthday on my phone. I listened to the message right before I fought, and I had seriously fire in my veins. There's no freaking way I'm losing, there's no way. And my kids they're at my grandpa's house watching my fight tonight. They watched it for my last fight, and in my head, I just picture them sitting on the couch or the chairs watching me fight, and there's no greater motivation than having kids. It's a love that you can't explain until you have kids, and everything I do right now is for my kids. My kids are the shit. I love them so much.
You don't get paid by the minute, and obviously you said the game plan kind of went out the window. But given everything that was at stake, you super excited coming in here tonight. Is it kind of a little bit more exciting when you just get into that brawl and then you stamp your ticket to the playoffs in that fashion?
Oh, hell yeah, man. I literally was take him down, calf kicks. He's fuck all that. Let's brawl. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I used to street fight all the time. Every weekend I was getting street fights, and I kind of took myself back to that, Solomon's a tough dude, super tough guy. And for me to drop him with my hands, and he's a really good boxer, really explosive, really powerful, it just tells me that, I'm not just a jiu-jitsu guy. I'm well-rounded, and man, it felt great for sure.
I know you said the season's going according to plan for you, but overall, just the experience, knowing right after this fight, when you're fighting, where you're going to be, how's the season feel like? How do you feel about the season's format?
I freaking love this platform. I love fighting, staying busy. I love to eat, and I usually eat, cake or ice cream every night. And I think just in the back of my head, knowing that I'm going to fight in 7 to 8 weeks, it keeps me from not eating cake all the time. And it makes me stay in the gym, training my butt off. So I love this platform. I love making this money and for my family, and it's a lifetime opportunity. I can't thank Ray Seffo and PFL and all the guys, enough. They're changing my life and my family's life, and I also have to thank them, my coaches, my wife, my kids. So I'm blessed with this life, man. It's great.
Last one for me, obviously Bellator merged. You were a Bellator world champion. Just to your career and your legacy, what would it mean to have that PFL belt added to your
everything, man? And it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I always visualize things, and if I visualize it and I put the work in and I pray, it's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen. Just 2 more fights, I'm gonna be a millionaire, and I'm gonna change my family's life. And just that thought is the crazy motivation. Right now, I'm probably gonna go run 2 sprints tonight or tomorrow. It's so hard for me to turn my mind off, especially knowing that I have a fight on August 16th. I want to go back and train. I want to go to American Top Team, and I want to go see my American Top Team, my home away from home. I walk in there, it's like my family in there. And I love going there. I love being with everybody, and I can't wait to go back and tell everybody thank you. I'm going to buy all of them dinner, for helping me get ready for this fight. And man, I'm just on cloud 9. I'm happy, and that million is coming. Just a lot of hard work in between me and that million, but I'm gonna put it in.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you.